This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
The circumstances definitely messed up, but it was actually very noble and beautiful. Sorry. To me, the story is just coming up on the couch. Tomorrow we got Swept Under. May the 18th we got Mental Health Talk. May 24th we got, May 21st we got Menopause Surgeries, Health and More. That's going to be with Tai Marie. And May 28th we got Shroom Talk, and May 30th we got Fuck Fentanyl. Today is Autoimmune Disease Awareness. And if you didn't know, this whole month of May is Lupus Awareness Month. So that's why I said, if you get a chance, wear some purple. So I did some purple today. Thank you. I did some purple today. You see, I found this little purple flower to put on my eye. But I did some purple today because I don't often see people wearing like a purple ribbon for lupus. And we have them. We have purple ribbons, just like there's red ones for sickle cell, pink ones for cancer. There's purple ones for autoimmune disease and lupus. I decided this year to dive more into speaking about lupus, because even though I suffer from lupus, I wasn't really speaking about it as much in Oklahoma like I used to do in Detroit, only because I was like tired of hearing myself speak on the pain that I'm in, that nobody understands. And then when I do stuff like this, like make myself look pretty or get up and I'm like, yeah, or it doesn't matter what I'm doing or how I'm looking. If it looks anywhere remotely towards good, then that means that, one, nothing's wrong with you. So it's nothing is wrong with me just because I did my makeup. Nothing is wrong with me just because I'm not telling you exactly what my body is feeling in the inside. Because in the inside, it feels like my body is literally crumbling down to the fucking ground. Like, I literally feel like every moment I turn around, I'm gaining weight because I'm retaining water and I'm retaining bullshit. Or I'm gaining weight because I'm in so much pain that after I eat, I gotta lay down. Or I'm gaining weight because, and doesn't matter. Should that matter? Yeah, it matters, because gaining weight is part of having lupus, because sometimes you're skinny and then sometimes you're fat, and no matter what you go through with your weight, somebody's going to talk about it, because they don't know exactly what you're going through. They just know that, and look at her, she getting fat. But they don't know that I'm getting fat because I'm retaining water, or I'm getting fat because I'm sick. I didn't ask to have lupus. I didn't ask to have all these extra shit that's going on in my life. I didn't ask for that. I have to deal with it. And then it sucks to have to deal with it and then not have the right doctors, not have the right insurance. And let me tell you guys this, is when you have lupus, it is so imperative to have people in your life that are good to you. Because if you don't, then you'll find yourself having lupus flares more often than not. You'll find yourself sick, throwing up, crumbling over in pain. Like, you literally gonna find yourself having so many flares that you've never had before, especially if people that's around you is draining you, because you already fighting to survive. Why would you want to fight with somebody else when you fighting with yourself already? I don't want to catch a fair one with my body, but my body wants to catch a fair one with me. Okay? not by choice. So now I gotta get ready to fight myself, and then I'll turn around and you wanting to fight me too? Like, goddamn, hold on. I can't fight both of y'all. So if I'm fighting you, then now my autoimmune disease, lupus, is taking over. So now I'm having more flare-ups. Now my feet hurt more. Now my back hurt more. Now my head. Now everything is starting to, and I don't even want to say nothing because we're arguing. I mean, I already look weak. I'm arguing back. I don't want to look even weaker because of lupus is making me weak. Lupus is making me feel as if I am weak. Feel as if I'm not good enough. And see, when you get these autoimmune diseases or when you find out about them, they don't say, hey, you got to worry about what it does to your mind. You got to worry about being depressed. They don't even tell you that they're prescribing you psychotropics. They don't even tell you that antidepressants. They don't even tell you that. But they know that that's what you're going through. Now, cool. I get that. And I've said this before on the couch. Yes, mentally, we be fucked, because we go through it, looking at yourself, losing weight or gaining weight, or looking at, how you used to be. Just amazing, I guess. You watch your body go from being able to do everything to not being able to do nothing at all. And then you got to keep acting as if everything is okay. And it's not even that you acting, but you have to be okay. You have to. It's too many things that can crumble down around you if you don't. But then what happens whenever you just can't do no more? Then, if you don't have that person, especially friends, family, lover in your life, that backs you up and has your back 100%, then you literally can succumb to your sickness. Like, you could make yourself flare up more. Not even that you're doing it on purpose, but, you're going through stuff, right? So how can you be this strong version of yourself when you're going through stuff in your relationship with your friends, or your relationship with your husband, or your relationship with your wife? Now you got to focus on the energy towards that and making that better. And now you're forgetting about yourself. Now you're, again, watching yourself succumb to your sickness, watching yourself not even look like yourself or feel like yourself anymore. And then you don't want to seem like you're unhappy. So you keep on living life. You keep on going to work. You keep on smiling. But really, in the inside, it's like, like, I want to scream. Like, this didn't used to be me. Like, yes, I used to hurt a little bit, but not to the point where I couldn't wear heels. Not to the point where I couldn't feel beautiful like a Cinderella and accidentally leave my shoe on the ground. And I can't do that no more. Because I got to worry about one day I'm walking and then maybe my legs give out, or my feet give out, or my whole body gives out. And then I'm crawling up in the ground, through the dirt, through the mud, through the fucking lint and goddamn cat hair shit. Watching yourself deteriorate is very, humbling. And I just think it's important, for us with autoimmune diseases and sickle cell and chronic pain to speak up, because I literally didn't want to talk about it because I was like, like, I don't want to always be crying, but sometimes I cry when I talk about it because it bothers me. I don't want to have lupus. I don't want to always be hurting. I want to be out bowling. I can't even pick up a bowling ball because my lupus is so bad I might even get a fucking hernia. I can't even sneeze without getting a hernia. The fuck? Like, lupus makes it suck to be alive. And not saying that I'm going to go kill myself today. I'm just saying that it sucks being in my body sometimes. And it sucks that we have been dealt these cards and there's absolutely no cure. Not even an accidental cure. They don't even have a cure that's set at 3 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. So we have to do the things that we can to make sure that, at least to keep our inflammation down, the best way that we can. And even if that means changing your diet. I remember whenever, I had a friend was telling me, oh yeah, I'm vegan, or I went vegan at one point, and it helped me. They were just telling me all the benefits. And I was like, well, I had lupus. Let me see if it helps me a little bit. Let me just try it out. And I literally went vegan overnight and I've never turned back. I've been vegan almost 7 years now. And I love it. I fucking love it. Like, I wouldn't change back for nothing. And honestly, I've probably been vegan longer than that, but who knows? I mean, I've been living in this lifestyle so long. I just I love it. Like, I would rather starve than to break my diet, because I know the difference that my body has, even though my body is not in tip top condition and I'm fat, even though I'm not in as much pain as I was in when I was eating red meat, when I was just eating meat, period. It was as if when I went vegan and I started like detoxing from like that type of food, even fast food, it was almost like my body was like, ooh, like a weight has been lifted, but in a different type of way. Not off my stomach, because obviously it's still there, but a weight has just been lifted, not off my shoulders because it's still like, but you know what I mean? It just felt different. And I was like, I like this. And I worked long hours where I barely got to get any sleep. And when he was like, you'll have more energy even whenever you need to be asleep or sleepy, you won't be sleepy. I was like, oh, bet I can have that feeling without being high. I want it. I want it.
Early in the morning.
So I'll be up early in the morning.
Getting me to do chores on my days off.
Yep. Get my wife to do chores. Mm-hmm. Because being vegan, I have so much more energy now, so that should help me, and I know sometimes people be like, well, all you got to do if you want to lose weight is just get up and exercise. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, trust me when I say, I used to run an exercise group. I used to be a Pilates teacher. I used to love to get up and exercise, but I physically can't do it anymore. And it's not even, and I look at myself like, I need to get, but I literally can't. Even if I wanted to do the little, I can't do crunches. I can't. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to join kickboxing. Let me just ask my doctor. I can't even get in kickboxing. I can't do yoga. I can't do Pilates. And that's not just because of lupus. That's not. Let me clear that up. I also have chronic pain, and now I have a piece in my spine and in my neck. So I'm not able to do the things extra now. Now I have more stipulations because on top of the lupus pain, I have chronic pain and issues. So watching myself miss out and watch my life pass me by without being able to have the body that I've known myself to have. And it might seem so minute to you guys, but anybody with lupus, come on now. Anytime we gain weight, we like, oh, here we go again. The lupus weight, for real. Or if we have a lupus flare, we like, oh gosh, another fucking flare. Like, who wants to keep talking about it? Who wants to keep going through it? And then it's no cure. So you're going to go through this for the rest of your life, and it might get better or it might get worse, but it will never go away. It's irritating to know that you are a ticking time bomb. You can die at any moment. It's just any moment. No matter how good or bad you're doing. But I urge you to be happy. I urge you to be around people that make you happy, because it literally plays a huge part in your flare-ups, in your body success. I can't tell you how many times I've been to the hospital before I was happy. I'm talking about, I was in the hospital so much, I damn near had a residency there. I could have actually been a nurse. That's how many times I mean, I know it back in, I knew the hospital, I knew the nurses, I knew everybody. I damn near knew their kids. But when I became happy, when I stepped into a different type of life in that way, it made it easier to deal with lupus flares. It made it easier to deal with the fact that I can't do some things. Yes, it's still sad. Yes, it still hurts. Do I still journal about it? Yeah. But I think that's any lupus warrior. I think that's anybody that has an autoimmune disease. You know, we have these thoughts. And if you ever notice, even when people say, oh, well, you don't look like nothing's wrong. Well, of course, I don't look like that. I don't know if you are able to see if somebody's liver is failing too. You can't see that shit. But you also don't see them going, my liver failing. No, they not doing that. They keeping it in because they want the people around them to be happy. And they want to have a good time before they pass away. They know that they probably at the end, and then the doctor probably said, hey, you know, you only got a week left or whatever. But they're going to make sure that they live themselves at the best, to the best of their ability. Because you cannot see what you would, listen, if you could see what any lupus patient is going through, I guarantee you would be like, I'm so sorry. No, I'm serious. I'm not even really trying to make it like you gonna worship us. I'm just trying to make it like you wouldn't even dare. You wouldn't even, come on now. Like, all right, I'm gonna just let you have that. You know how growing up, your parents used to be like, speak when spoken to? Or if you don't give something energy, then, you know? Why would you look at somebody with lupus or any type of autoimmune disease and act as if because they're smiling And because you can't see it, that they good. I don't know if y'all realize how much that hurts. To have to keep explaining. To have to keep talking about it. But the best we can do is make people aware. So that's why I said earlier, that's why I started talking about lupus again, because I was like, you know what? There are some people that might stumble across my live and they never heard or, you know, even talked about lupus before. Some people didn't. I know a couple people just recently just was like, what is that? Is that a virus? Is that a food? Is that a color? Is that a weed strain? And I can't even be like, I can't even do that. Because you just wasn't taught. If you just wasn't taught, you just wasn't taught. So that's why we need to be the teachers. Y'all wouldn't know what we going through unless we tell you. You wouldn't. And when I said speak when spoken to, y'all wouldn't know, like I said, what we going through unless we spoke it. If we don't, guess what? Nine times out of 10, we want everybody and anyone in our lives to be happy. We don't ever want to burden them with anything that we're going through, even if we at our wits' end. We still don't want to be a burden. And I don't know if it's me or all of us, but I've always felt like I was a burden. Like, wow, whoever marry me, they gonna be like, luckily it was my wife. But I don't want to be a burden. And sometimes having to go to doctor appointments and having another flare up and an unexpected cost or an unexpected anything makes you feel as if you're a burden. Shout out to all the couples, all the marriages, all the friendships of people that stick by, no matter what it is. Autoimmune disease, chronic pain. It takes a really big person to stick by and help push and help nurse you back to health. If you find that person, then you keep holding them. Because there's not many people out there that would do that. Not many people out there at all. And you'll be surprised. And contrary to what people be like, oh, I'm real, I'm this, I'm that. You only this and that until you push to that limit. If y'all just now tuned in, it's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Make sure you follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Apple, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, Big O, Twitch, Fanbase, Thread, Lemonade, Favorite It. Also subscribe to the YouTube, which is THA Real JANELL. I'll be on tomorrow. I might be on a little bit early, like around 9, maybe 8:30. I think I'm going to get on at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow because I have a meeting at 10. So I will see you guys on the couch in the morning at 8:30 a.m. I love you guys so much. That's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. Love you, Miranda.